Okay, let's talk to him. Office workers walking about the hallway. Ah, jeez, week's barely even half over the worker size. Man, better get all these trial papers filed before lunch. Wonder whose trial. Oh, somebody else. Woman is standing near a water cooler. Excuse me, do you know where the judgment hall is? Oh, you just keep going up. Jump upwards there. Here. Oh. What? Are you here for an appointment? Oh, yeah. Good luck. You're gonna need it. What about you? I just do the paperwork. Okay, let's do paperwork. This way, I guess? Not this way. Keep doing that. Not the best. Hard to tell, though. So that doesn't go anywhere. Whoa. Listen. I feel like this is right where we just were. This way. Oops. Wow. It's really far up here, isn't it? What is this? That looks like the judgment hall. Okay, so these are nothing. Okay. So I can save before I go in. Don't know why I would want to. I guess I want to come back to this at a later time. But for now, I'll keep playing. Oh wow, really nice particles, like little fireworks. Oh, here's somebody's face. Hello, Yuito. Confirm. You've come here to pitch a new policy. Yes, that's correct. I am the Innovator Avatar, an AI formed from the mind of great technology CEO who spearheaded the Innovators political party. With us today are the AIs of 20 other board members who will act as jury. I see it is your first time. Welcome. We appreciate our citizens' input. Your policy proposal, rejected or accepted, will be stored in our database. Feel free to start when ready. Okay. My policy is related to the restaurant industry. Computer. Industry is restaurant. Our computer system will categorize your proposal as you speak. Policy involves the creation of innovation grants. Computer. Category. Economic. Creation of innovation grants through an economic tax of 0.5% on the top 10% of restaurants in Chicago. The funds from these grants will be distributed to the lowest earning 50% of restaurants in Chicago. Computer. Action. Tax increase. Moreover, I propose a new program in which bigger restaurants help to advertise similar, smaller restaurants. Computer. Action. Social capital redistribution. In particular, it would likely help out the Asian restaurant market where workers struggle to find customer bases. I met one owner from Dulsat 777, a restaurant in Argyle, who pledged her support for the program. While she works hard, she has trouble competing with restaurants with more resources. She mentioned her friends would be interested as well. Computer, supported by small restaurant owners. That's all. Thank you. We will now analyze. Your policy includes this dangerous possibility, the increase of tax. Innovative restaurants will feel too much pressure if taxed more than needed. In the long run, this will reduce the quality of life in Chicago. Well, no, it wouldn't lower the quality of life. Or, I guess it would. You sound unsure. I guess, yeah, big restaurants would do better job spending that 0.5% income. Yuito, question. If those restaurants are failing, then shouldn't their owners seek jobs in another industry, such as programming? According to our data, the Chicago restaurant industry is 60% oversaturated. That is a real problem. Shouldn't the owners just seek business elsewhere? What if they really want to run a restaurant? Way forward is not your policy. It is to move these failing workers into another industry, like programming or data analysis. But you think we miscalculated. While you have merely one person who claims this would be a beneficial policy, the jury deliberates. Jury has come to a decision. Computer, 0 votes in favor of the policy. A 0 approval implies the policy is dangerous to our society. Therefore, it must assign you a punishment based on your past actions and thoughts. Wait, what? Threat. radicalization of others, suggested punishment, execution. Wait, no! Yuito, you're making a contribution today. Without your sacrifice, we wouldn't be able to make our society better. Thanks for your valuable input. A violent force restrains Yuito's body. Some kind of gas fills the air. Yuito feels lighter until everything begins to go white. Okay. This looks new. Maybe I'm dead. That would not be good. Who's this? The general? Mito looks up at General and yells, General? Is that you? Where am I? I almost died. What were you thinking? From the surface of the pond, a cool breeze wafts over Yuito. General looks down at Yuito. Hey, General, answer me! General shrugs off Yuito's anger and quietly responds, Yuito, I understand your... No, you don't! I want you to answer my questions and then get me out of here. Why is my father working in Chicago? Yuito, he was also helping in the same field as me, immigrant rights. Near the end of college, he decided to go work in that field. Always working hard despite slow progress and little fanfare. Why did he leave my mom and I? Does he know how bad it made my mom feel? That, I don't know. But he did mention you from time to time. What did he say? That he didn't know how to approach you, or if he should, that he felt bad about it, and that he knew nothing could make up for such behavior. It's an unforgivable thing, I know. For years of it coming up, he just wanted me to talk with you, or meet you in some way, to show you what his life turned out to be. And ultimately, it's up to you to decide what to make of this. Mito looks down at the pool in silence. Don't worry about that failure with the innovators. It was a crazy plan anyways. No one would make an amateur do something like run up to the innovators by themselves. You're protected though. After all, you're just a visitor to my world. Mito sighs, relaxing a bit. General speaks. Yuito, did you really think that you could convince the innovators of that policy? Well, I guess not. So why were you trying so hard? There was something about that restaurant owner with the bad business. I just felt really sorry. I don't know why. I guess I never get the chance to talk about that kind of stuff. I mean, that could have been me, right? Asian restaurant owner? Asian? What do you mean? You know, Asian, from Asia. She may have been from Asia, but you have little in common, yeah? What do you know about that restaurant owner, or cooking? Well, I mean, I wasn't saying I was the same. It's just there's a feeling of, I don't know, like we have something in common. General laughs. Well, I think you're thinking in a right direction, but perhaps superficially. Asia is so big. I don't think you can claim having something in common just because you look similar. Asia has so many cultures, people, histories. In a way, the term is almost uselessly general. But if you research something about other causes, other issues, then one day you could share share common understandings. Well, I was just trying to help. Oh, I know. It's just, perhaps there's more than just looking like her that made you feel sympathy. Anyways, we have something we should show you. One more request. Don't worry, no policies involved. General smiles. Just follow me. One more time, okay? What is that? Interesting. Down here, I suppose. Whoa. Let's pan down. Ooh. Okay, just keep going this way. Looks like. Save. And I think I saw something back this way, but oh, it's just an extension of the road. I wonder if there's anything back here. Doesn't look like it. Interesting. Yuito, can you hear me? It's me, General. What's wrong with the checker room? The doctor's voice called out, Yuito, is that you? Yuito, can you get out of there? Your father is going to pass soon. Try looking for the staircase. Another voice, hold on, Yuito, not so fast. Huh? Who is that? Yuito? Yuito, ignore him for now and enter the door ahead. Are you sure the checker room will be fine? What if I can't get out? It'll be okay, I promise, General says. Yuito, don't listen to whoever that is. Hey, hello? The last sounds of the doctor's voice fade away. General speaks again. Hurry up, he's not wrong about your father's condition. There's someone I want you to talk to on that door. Okay. Oh, wow. Looks like it's on fire. That's not good. I wonder if this is Dad. Welcome to Narita Airport. Are you? Me? Not your father. I'm just here to explain something. Well, I wasn't. Are you familiar with Narita? Yes, I use the airport for work. Since the 1960s, farmers and others have protested against the construction of Narita Airport. The government originally gave the construction site's land to poor farmers, but, of course, to aid Japan's growth, that land was soon taken away. Having just finished working the land, farmers weren't pleased. Many didn't want to move. Didn't they do something about it? Of course, they protested, but in the end, their cause was too fragmented between different parties of farmers and activists. And then, the airport was built. We were at the site of Narita, near the ruins of the protesters' HQ. Before we know it, it'll all be built over. Lost to the cycles of development. That doesn't sound very fair, but isn't it kind of in the past now? Interesting. I guess, but the whole effort feels a little futile now. I'm not so sure about that. You know, even gestures smaller than protests will influence friends and communities. These efforts even ripple beyond the borders of our country to other parts of Asia, Europe, the Americas. You're even talking about donating money, but the mere act of being present, listening, helping. Now, Yuito, tell me, who are you influencing? Well, I'll let you think about that one. You want to get going? I want to see if I can check this out. Just water. Interesting. Guess I go back the way I came. Oh, now I'm here. The staircase. Oh, it looks like part of it is broken. That's not good, probably. Okay. Oh, somebody's here. Waiting for me. I wonder if it's my dad. That would be cool. Finally get to talk to him. But I think it's just General. General, how do I get out of here? I'm worried there might not be much time left. It's okay, Yuito. Tell me. How is Japan? Yuito sighs. The decay of the checker room seems to slow. It was alright. But why send me there? It seemed a little random. Well, did you know anything about Narita beforehand? No, I didn't. Well, when you helped that restaurant owner, what you felt was genuine, but remember how you felt like you wanted to help her because she was Asian? Rita looks up, gazing around the checker room. Oh, well, yeah. We just want you to think a little about that word, Asian. It's good that you cared about that restaurant owner, but it's possible you had a little in common with upbringing, or your cultural makeup, or interests. Though your care came from a genuine place, perhaps it's better if that care comes from a slightly different place. One that is based in concern for conditions, not just the sympathy you feel when a similar-looking person suffers. Think about every Asian person you've ever met in your life. High school friends, co-workers, relatives, mentors. They don't all look the same. Their backgrounds are so different, whether they be immigrants 2.5 generations like yourself, or visitors to America. And think about how all suffering restaurant owners aren't necessarily Asian. When you focus on feeling Asian sympathy, you might miss out on a lot. You might, say, overlook the many issues that people face in other countries. You might overlook the ways by which you can contribute to those causes. Ways to share common goals with others. I didn't mean to. Don't worry about it. As long as you're alive, there's always more time to understand. Rito sighs. How could my father have known all this too? You just sound so different from the father my mom told me about. I think both versions of your father are valid and real. I guess you can put it this way. The father your mother knew and his offenses don't invalidate the work he went on to do. And likewise, the version of your father I knew, his good doesn't make up for what he did to you. Well, of course it doesn't. It doesn't matter to me what he did. He still deserved a life of guilt. Vito takes a moment to think, letting his gaze wander. But at least he never did the same thing to any other family. General, are you still alive on my Earth? I might be, but between my Earth and yours, details change, often. Names. So who knows what my name might be back in your world. But one thing is for sure, I was your father's friend, so the possibility of finding me might exist. Maybe it's time for a little research project. Yeah, maybe. I have time to think about it. I have to think about it. Alright, now I'm really not sure how much time is left. Goodbye, Yuito. It's time for you to go back. Okay, thanks, General. Yuito approaches the staircase, walking upwards. A force takes over his body, moving him upwards. You can hear the voice of the doctor calling. Last remnants of the checker room crumble and fade away, severing the link to the father's memory world. The doctor looks up in surprise at the memory world interfacing device. Yuito, wake up! Hey! General? General? Who's General? General is gone? Yuito, you're back! Yuito looks over at the doctor. Oh! What happened there, Yuito? We received multiple panic calls from your mother. You weren't supposed to stay a whole day. I'm sorry, I really am, doctor, but I'm back now, right? It was almost like a dream. It was a visualization, remember? It may have felt real, but it was all conjured somehow from your father. I'm not sure about that, doctor. It seemed like more than a visualization. I think there's more to the memory world than just my father's memories. After we lost contact and I went further in, I met someone strange. What? Who? Your father? No, someone else. Someone who knew my father. And I think that it might exist in real life. Yuito tells the doctor about the events in the memory world, about General and the alternate Chicago. Gives a final goodbye to his father, leaving the hospital, calls his mother. And that is the story of Yuito. Thank you for playing all our ages. Please share the game with someone you know. Tell your best friend or tell your crush. Tell your favorite streamer or tell your favorite writer. Tell your teacher or tell your students. Maybe you could even reconnect with someone to whom you thought was lost to time. If you'd like to support me, please purchase the fan pack from the website you downloaded this game at, or buy the soundtrack on my Bandcamp page. You can also join my newsletter at hantani.com. We'll stay in touch. You could also play an older game of mine, like Anodyne or even The Ocean. And now for the credits. Joni Kataka, UI art, Yuito's coloring, box art illustration. Ray Chen, Yuito portrait. Sandy Lin, Japanese text revisions, being a great partner. Alex Van Dort, logo. Mushba, Sean Han Tani, logo. Bryant Canello, _Zebra, Kynes, and Equip for their soundtrack contributions. Bryant Canello wrote that city ambiance after arriving in Chicago. _Zebra wrote the song for the Innovators Campus. Kynes wrote the song of the Red Line subway, and Equip scored the area of Narita. Next time, I'd like to get even more composers on board! ! All other art, music, coding, and design, marketing by Sean Han Tani. All Our Ages couldn't have been made without the help of the following supporters: all of the players of my past games, all testers: Rook, Carlos Rubio, Arias, Zatai, The Cursed One, Justin Wong, Calvin French, Sofia Gonzalez Quintana, John Delano, Ryan Trewick, Jason Hrinko, Jared Johnson, Barchboy, Brazos, It's 5 a.m., Alejandro P. Thanks to Unity for such an accessible game-making tool, as well as Real-Time CSG, Saber CSG, Text Mesh Pro, Banshee GZ, In Control, Blender, Ableton Live, Reaper, and Evernote. Thanks to activists and creators of all wonderful music, games, films, visual art, and writing which influenced this game. Thanks to the School of the Art Institute of Chicago for allowing me to teach game design and music. Thanks to my students, as teaching you has led to many ways of rethinking my design process. Oh, and I've added an option to the pause menu. infinite fly. It might be of use. Do what you want with it. Lastly, is there something you missed in the game? Something you could have overlooked? I don't necessarily mean a secret, though it's possible you missed something. I also mean things about the game, something a friend noticed, or paid particular attention to that you didn't. We come to play a game, we bring in our own ways of seeing, reading, traversing the game, our own filters. That is, maybe other players will know something you don't, inside or outside the game. It's worth asking. Again, thanks for playing. This has been Game by h3artonfire. Wow, well that was quite the experience. Let's see who this is. This is the end of the game in non-canon. You can use these portals on above floor to revisit areas. Don't forget about infinite fly mode. Also, you can always return here by using the new pause menu option. Okay. Go ahead and save. So I have a completed save file. Wow, this was quite the experience. And that's interesting. There's someone else up here. Let's talk to you. Flying's a little wacky. From left to right, these take you to the White Expanse Desert Crossroads in the club. From left to right, these take you to Chicago Overworld and Somewheres Meadow. Interesting. Well, this was really quite the game. Really enjoyable. Definitely recommend it to anyone who wants to play it, because as the game designer said, there's definitely something that I overlooked. I didn't go super slowly through everything and, you know, try to look at every single thing. I did try to find most things. And, you know, I read the story and talked about it in different ways, but I'm sure that the next person who plays it can come up with completely different ideas based on the writing and the story. So, yeah. All right, well, that's the end of this series. Everyone, have a good one.